How's it going, everyone? I have an exciting West Coast Racers update for all of you over at Six Flags Magic Mountain that gives a first look at the overall progress on the site. As you may have noticed from the thumbnail, there will be some aerial footage in this update, but first we're going to start on the ground. In this first shot, we can see the track and supports over the walkway into the new land have been completed. The yellow corkscrew element over the white track above the walkway is looking really good as well. Additionally, one of the main elements on this ride is completed, the hi-fi portion. This is the same coaster element that is featured on another ride in the same park, Twisted Colossus. Some more track and supports have been installed past this element, and they will construct the portion that goes over the walkway again, this time on the Apocalypse side. More white launch fins have been installed along the straightaway, and some placed on the upward slope of the track leading into the high-five element. More and more supports have been placed around the go-karts track, and it looks like the park was able to keep the concrete for it intact. The park still hasn't started on any theming for the land, at least from what we can see from here. The outsides of the candy and ice cream buildings are getting new walls, but the shape of them will remain the same. I sure hope the park doesn't end up cutting some of the things out that was featured in the concept art in order to get this area open earlier. The plans for this area are really neat, and it would be very disappointing to see some cuts. Moving on to the neatest part of the update, which is an aerial look at the new West Coast Racers area that was sent into the channel. Taking a first look at the footage, you come to realize that more than half of the coaster has already been built. They already have all 4 launches installed, the 2 out of the station building and the other 2 inside the concrete water canal in front of Apocalypse. All that's left to complete for the coaster is the Spaghetti Bowl portion that sits partially above the go-kart track and over an unused plot of land the park had. Then the track and supports above the walkway where you enter to ride Apocalypse. That's it for the coaster, but then they still need to build the station and do the theming in the area. In the footage you can see the assembly on the Spaghetti Bowl portion above the go-karts, and that'll take up most of the time as it's the biggest section of the ride, comprised of a spider web-like support structure. The overflow parking lots still have lots of supports sitting around, which means this part is going to be crazy to construct. The video rendering of the coaster gives a better look at how many supports will be used in this section. Track is still arriving at the park every week, and they look to be the larger pieces that will make up the Spaghetti Bowl. And let's not forget about Apocalypse, because upon closer inspection you can see they removed the first switchback queue that you went through as soon as you made the right-hand turn past the entrance arch. I highly doubt the park will bring back this part of the queue, as the ride rarely gets wait times that long anymore. The 2 shaded switchback queues inside the retrack turn will be more than enough to support this ride moving forward. We still have yet to see if this retracking will actually help the ride, because in 2017 they had a third-party company retrack about 40% of it, and it made little to no difference. The only noticeable part they retracked for this 2019 renovation is the turn around the queue. The park still has a lot of work ahead of them, and they are most likely going to miss the early to mid-summer deadline that most SoCal theme parks aim for to open their new attraction. Well, that does it for this update. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the progress, and please follow the channel for more updates on West Coast Racers and other projects happening at SoCal theme parks.